on our backs and yeah, you're in whatever comfortable position you want to be in. And if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes. And let's start with our 3 cleansing breaths. So exhale all of the air out of your body. And take as big of an inhale as you possibly can. Exhale it out of your mouth. Take as big of an inhale as you can. Exhaling it out of your mouth. And one more like that. Inhale, 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 inhale. Take another sip at the top. Exhale out of your mouth. And as you are still breathing deeply, begin to just relax your body, starting from the top of your head, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just relaxing every part of your body. Paying special attention, as always, to your jaw and the biting surfaces of your teeth and your neck, your shoulders. Paying special attention to how your inhales and your exhales feel here. Breathing into your back lungs and your pelvis, all the way down your legs, through to your toes. And as you are relaxing every single part of your body and making your way back up your body, can you stop right at the center of your core? Digging deep into your belly and feeling the rise and fall of your inhales and your exhales, and finding that place or that space where you get butterflies in your stomach, where you feel those gut reactions way, way, way deep into the center of your core. Can you tune in to that space, that place, that area, and give your mind an hour off? Finding it, and then working your way back up to the top of your head, just finding any wiggles or any relaxations, or where your breath might need to stop and relax just a little bit more. Setting an intention for your practice if you'd like to. For me, it's just listening to that area, that gut feeling, whether it's a good feeling or a bad feeling, listening to that gut feeling instead of listening to your brain. So turning that brain off and letting your gut tell you whether you need to take a little bit of a break, whether you need to sit in child's pose, letting your body do the thinking for you. So setting your own intention if you'd like to for your practice. Repeating it to yourself in your head 3 times. And sealing it with as big of an inhale as you can. And a slow, long exhale out of your mouth. And wiggling your toes and your fingers when you're ready. Your wrists and your ankles wiggle when you're ready. And then let's bring our arms up and overhead, point your toes, stretch like you would in the morning. Wiggling your hips from side to side if you want to, yawning, just bringing any movement into your body that feels organic or natural to you. And then when you're ready, you can bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big hug, rocking from side to side, opening up your knees if you want to get into your lower back. And even just maybe creating circles with your knees. One way. And then the other way. And when you're ready, let's just press our knees away, coming into a reverse tabletop position, bringing your knees in together to touch. Bringing your arms out into a cactus or out into a T. Keeping your shoulder blades as planted on the mat as you can. On your next exhale, bring your knees as far to the right as your left shoulder will let you. And inhale it back to center, bringing your knees as far to the left as your right shoulder will let you. And inhale it back up, going the first side. And up. And the second side. And up, a few more like this to your own breath. Just waking up that deepest, most part of your core. And then the other side. Good. And let's come back to center and shake it out if you need to. Good. So if you're anywhere close to a wall, if you open up your legs, turn over to the side. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to keep both of our legs nice and straight, flexing our feet. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to bring your legs to the right. They can be separated if you want to. And then inhale them back to center and then over to the other side. And back to center. So over to the right. And up. And over to the left. And up. So if this is really easy for you, and up. And to the other side. And up. If this is really easy for you, keep your feet together and go as far over to the right as you can. And up. And as far to the left as you can. And up. A few more like this. Keeping your legs as straight as you can, being careful not to kick your spouse if they're right beside you. Good. And let's do one more of each. Awesome. And when you're ready, bring your knees into center and give yourself a nice big hug. Rocking from side to side, up and down, doing whatever you need to do here to let that go. Awesome. And then come back to center. Your knees are still pressed away. You're in that reverse tabletop position. There we go. And let's bring our left hand to cover our right knee and our right arm up to center. On your next exhale, can you kick out with your left leg and bring your right hand up and overhead? And then back up. And then exhale, bring it down. And back up. And 3 more like that, keeping your right knee pressing against your left hand and your left hand pressing against your right knee. Really activate your arms here. Good. Last one. Awesome. Finding that That reverse tabletop position, press your knees away. Good. And let's do the same thing with the other side. So right hand covers the left knee, extending that left leg and that right foot and left hand. Can you exhale? Bring it down and up and down and up. Good. A few more like that. Beautiful. Use your breath. Looks good, you guys. And one more like that. Bringing your knees into your chest. Doing what you need to do to feel good after that. But when you're ready, bring your hands behind your thighs and let's start rocking up and down and up and down. And come on up into a seat. Hey, so if you guys haven't noticed, we're gonna do core today. All right, so let's come into our tabletop position. Opening up your fingers nice and wide. Knees come right underneath of your hips, toes can tuck under, or you can bring the tops of your feet to look into the mat. Let's cat-cow it out. So inhale your tail up, sink your belly down, wrap your shoulder blades in to look forward. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone under, rounding your spine, bring your gaze into your belly. From here, press into your hands, lift your knees a centimeter, take an inhale. Exhale, knees come down, find your cow on the inhale. On your exhale, let's come into our cat. Pressing into our hands, knees come up. A few more like that. Nice. Good. Yeah, so make sure you're taking that full breath at the up when your knees come up. Good. And one more set. Holding the knees up for one full inhale and one full exhale. Knees come down, shake anything out that you need shaking out. Yeah, good. Finding that tabletop position one more time, core engages, hands press into the mat. Let's extend our left foot out behind us. Let's pivot onto the inside part of your foot, kickstanding your right foot out to the side as much or as little as you need to, stacking your left shoulder over top of your right and bringing your left arm up towards the sky here. Good. Lifting up that left leg, flexing your foot. And then let's bring that left hand behind our neck. Yeah. On your exhale, can you bend into your left knee, tapping your elbow to your knee? And then bring it out. Core is engaged. Exhale, crunch here. And then bring it out. 3 more like that. Nice, you guys. I love it when married couples do things at the exact same time. It's so funny to me. Okay, and then look down. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down. Let's do the same thing with the other side. So right leg steps back. Pivot onto the inside part of your foot. Kickstand out your left foot as much or as little as you need to. Stacking your shoulders, right hand comes up towards the sky. Flexing that right foot, bringing that right hand behind your right neck or your whole neck. Exhale, bend your elbow, bend your knee, crunch. Bring it out. 4 more like that. Exhale. Inhale, kick it out. 3 more to your own breath. And last one like that. Bringing your right hand to the floor. Bringing your knee to the floor. Let's open up our knees and come into a child's pose. Shaking your bum out if you need to. Taking the breaths that you need. And just finding that length in your armpits as you walk your hands a little bit more forward here. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, let's come back into that tabletop position. Knees come back to that hip distance apart. Let's send your hips up and back to find your downward facing dog. Pressing your mat away. Good. Awesome. Bending your knees, bringing your hips up as high as possible. Good. Straightening out those legs when you find that nice height. Core is engaged, so ribs come in. Good. And let's exhale, come forward into a plank. Press the mat away from you. Kick out from your heels. Take an inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Can we do 2 more like that? Let's roll forward into a plank. Press the mat away. Really engage your shoulders here. We're not feeling this in our wrists at all. And then come into your downward facing dog. Last one. Find your plank. Holding it here. For 3. Looks good, guys. 4, 2. Oh, gorgeous, you guys. Okay, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And at the end of your exhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, come forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Root into your feet. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Let's do a modified sun salutation A. So inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, takes you into your flat back to lengthen. And then bend your knees, plant your palms, let's step back into a plank. So walk your hands forward, a whole hand's distance. Bring your elbows in so the eyes of your elbows are looking forward. You can do this one at a time, or on your next exhale, slowly bring your forearms onto the mat. Kick out from your heels, take an inhale. Exhale, tap your right hip onto the mat. Inhale it up, and tap your left hip onto a mat. Bring it up. Right hip. And up. And left hip. And up. One more on each side. Right hip. And up. Good. Left hip. And up. Roll forward onto your toes. And exhale, come on all the way down onto your belly. Bring the tops of your feet to look into the mat. Inhale, mini baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands back to under your armpits. Tuck your back toes under. Come on up into a plank. And then a downward facing dog, finding your breath. Good. Holding. Beautiful breathing. For 3. 4, 2. And then bend your knees. Look to your hands. Come forward to the top of your mat. Inhaling into your flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Root into your feet as you inhale your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, come on down. On your inhale, find your flat back. And then exhale, come into your plank. Hold here. Walk your hands a full hands distance forward. Tuck your elbows in. On your exhale, come down into your forearm plank. Can you, while you're pressing your right hand into the mat, press your left hand into the mat, lift your right hand, and just angle your right hand so now it's kind of parallel to the top of your mat. We're gonna come into a side plank. So let's bring our heels over to the right. Good. Left hand comes up towards the sky. Press into your forearm. On your exhale, tap your right hip onto the mat. Inhale it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale up. One more. Exhale, tap. Inhale up. Left hand comes back down left forearm comes back onto the earth. Right hand is perpendicular as your left hand goes parallel. Let's pivot onto the right side. Left arm comes up. Press into your hands, hips are high. Exhale, tap your hip and bring it up. Tapping your hip. Inhaling it up. Last one. Inhale up. Now your right palm comes onto the earth. Left palm comes onto the earth. We're finding a high plank. Good. Roll forward onto your toes. Take your chaturanga. Inhale. Find your back bend. And on your exhale, your downward facing dog. Hold here. Breathe. Yeah, take your breaths for 3, 4, 2. Nice. Bend your knees, look to your hands, come forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, find your flat back to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up towards the sky. Let's do a normal one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling into your flat back to lengthen. Then bend your knees, plant your palms, step or hop into your plank or your chaturanga. Lowering down if you haven't done so already. Elbows stay in. Good. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing. For 3, 4, 2. Bend your knees, look to your hands, come forward to the front of your mat. Inhaling into your flat back to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center and down towards your side. Take a sip of water if you need it. It has been it's been a practice. When you're ready, your feet are hip distance apart. You are grounding into all 4 corners of your feet. When you're ready, take an inhale and exhale to come into our chair pose. So we're ripping the mat apart with our feet. You're slightly tucking your tail under if you're feeling this in your lower back. Your core is engaged. And then can we bring our left elbow back in a 90-degree angle and bring our right elbow in a 90-degree angle here. From here, can you come up onto the toes of your right foot and send your foot back, not so much into a lunge, but just send it back with your core engaged. Press into your left foot, inhale. Can you come up into a one-legged mountain pose? Exhale, send it back. You can add your arms if you want to. I'm just bringing my right arm back and my left arm forward, and then back, and then forward, and back. 2 more, forward, and back. Good. Forward. Looks good, you guys. And back. Switch your arms. Right foot comes forward, left foot comes back. Exhale. Come on up, one-legged Tadasana. And then back. And then up. And back. 3 more. And back. 2. And back. Last one. Bring it back. Step your left foot forward. Hands come to the floor. Take a vinyasa or come into your downward facing dog. Good. Listening to your body. Yeah. Beautiful. Can you bring your right leg up towards the sky? Bend your knee and send that foot forward in between your hands. So your right hip comes back, your left hip comes forward. Left hand stays onto the inside part of your right foot. Can you stack your shoulders? Yeah, and then bring your right arm up towards the sky. Yeah, so we're in our twisted lunge here. Good. Kick out through your left heel. Maybe bring your left hand up off the floor and maybe bring it up and overhead. You got it. Breathe here. Core is engaged for 3. I know, harder than it looks. 4, 2. Okay, left hand comes back onto the floor. Right hand comes onto your hip. Can you pivot onto the outside part of your back foot, your left foot, as you lift your right toes and walk them down to maybe the mid part of your mat. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. And then bring it up and overhead with your palm face down. Good. On your next exhale, can you tap your left hip onto the mat? Yeah, and then bring it back up. And then tap your left hip onto the mat and bring it back up. If you want, you can add your arms by bringing your semicircling your hand down to your hip, palm faces up, and bring it back up. 2 more. Exhale. Bring it back up. Last one. Bring it back up. Okay, right hand comes onto the floor. Pivot back onto your back toes, finding a low lunge position. So you might need to walk your right foot back. Can you pivot your back foot to parallel with the back of the mat as you look over your left shoulder and walk over to the left? You got it. Bring your heels in, bring your toes out to about 1 and 11. On your exhale, bend into your right knee, left foot comes up. Yeah, press into your hands, Skandasana the other side. You got it. Bring it back up. Right side, hands can come into your heart center if you want to, and up. And over to the other side. Nice. And up. One more like this, over to the right. And up. And over to the other side. And up. Hands come onto the floor. Can you walk towards the back of your mat now? So your left foot is forward. Your right foot is back and you're kicking out through your heel. Right hand is on the earth as you lift your left arm up towards the sky. Pressing into your back foot, your back heel kicks out. You might want to hover your right hand over the mat or bring it up and overhead. Yes, you guys got it. Breathe. Kick out from your heel. Awesome. And then let's bring that right hand back onto the mat. Left hand comes onto your left hip. Back foot comes over to the side as you walk your left foot down to halfway down the mat. Right arm comes up. Sorry, left arm comes up, bring it up and overhead. Palms face down. On your exhale, tap your right hip onto the mat. Inhale it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale it up. Add your arms if you want to. Bring it down to your side, palm face up, and bring it up and overhead. 2 more. And last one. Good. Hand comes onto the floor. Find that crescent lunge position as we walk our hands over to the right. Toes come out. Skandasana, one more time. Let's bend our right knee. Do it however you want to. And then bring it up into the left and up. Bend your right knee and up. Left knee and up. Right knee and up. Left knee and up. Awesome. Let's walk over to the front of the mat. Hands plant. Foot comes back. Take your vinyasa or come in to your downward facing dog. Take water or child's pose whenever you need it. I'm sweating. I don't know if you guys are. Yeah, good. When you are ready, and only when you're ready, your left foot comes up. Bend your knee and send it forward in between your hands. Pivot your back foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat, pressing up against that foot. Left forearm comes onto your left thigh. Let's come into our extended side angle pose. So right hand comes back behind you and then bring it up and overhead. Good. Press into your back foot. Maybe release your left hand up and overhead. Hold here. And then on your next inhale, can we reverse our warrior? You got it. And then exhale, extended side angle pose. 2 more like that. Good. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Last one. And then your extended side angle pose. Right hand comes onto your right hip. Left leg straightens out. Open up into a star. From here, reach forward with your left hand, reach back with your hips. Keep your left hand where it is as your right hand comes up and overhead. Breathe. For 3, 4, 2. Inhale, reverse your triangle. You got it. Exhale, come into this triangle variation. 2 more like that. Looks good, you guys, yeah. Not so much a back bend as it is a, I don't know, a chest opener. Good. 1 more. Awesome. Look down. Grab your strappy thing. Good. Lift your left toes. Bring them to parallel with the front of your mat as you open up your strap and kind of activate your arms here. You got it. Core engages. On your exhale, let's come down halfway. And then inhale, bring it back up. You got it. Exhale, come down halfway. Inhale it back up. Last one, we're holding it. So your butt's sticking out, your core engages, and you're breathing for a count of 3. For a count of 2. Dropping your strap, hands come to the floor. Let's walk over so that we can do the same thing with the other side. Right toes, turn out. Bending into your right knee. Can we find our extended side angle pose? You got it. Letting go if you want to. Only if you want to. And then let's come into our reverse warrior. And exhale into your extended side angle pose. Good. Reverse your warrior. And extended side angle. Last one, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Good. Left hand comes onto your left hip. Press into your right foot, coming into our triangle. So kick your hips back, reach forward with your right arm. Left arm reaches up and overhead. And then let's go ahead and reverse our triangle. Back to our triangle variation. You got it. And reverse it. Last one, holding. Breathing. You got it. 3, 4, 2. Awesome. Come on up to standing. Hands come up to your hips. Heels come in, toes come out. Take an inhale here. Exhale, goddess. You got it. Tuck your tail under. Core engages. Hands can come up into a cactus if you like. Good. Inhale, straighten. Tap your fingers together. And come back down. Maybe a little bit lower. And straighten. And come back down. Maybe you walk one foot in, come onto your tiptoes if this is easy. And straighten. Come on down, let's do 2 more. Straightening. Coming down. Straighten. Come on down. Hands come onto your hips. Heels come down as we come forward to the front of our mat and take a flow or come in to your downward facing dog. Good. Yeah, take your water, take your breath, find your breath for 3, 4, 2. Right leg comes up. Bend your knee and bring it forward in between your hands. Let's bring our arms back and let's bring our bellies off of our thighs. And then let's bring our weight into our right foot as we come on up in, wow, I haven't done this in so long, a warrior 3 position. So you're kicking out from your left heel. Your hips are nice and even. From here, can you bend into your left knee and find that one-legged Tadasana? And then exhale, come back into that warrior 3. So bend your knee, come up into your one-legged Tadasana, and then into your warrior 3. Last one like this. Hold here. Maybe you kick your leg out. We're breathing. You got it. And holding. Yes, you guys. For 3. Yeah. 4, 2. Yeah, kick me in the face. All right, and then let's bend the knee. Send it back, all the way back into your high lunge. From your high lunge, hands come onto the floor. Let's walk that right foot down to halfway down your mat. Left heel, or come onto the side of your left foot. Right hand comes onto your right hip, stacking your shoulders. Right hand comes up towards the sky. So you can hold here, or you can stack your feet on top of each other, side plank. You got it. Hold here, or bring your hand behind your head, lifting your right foot, kicking up from the heel and finding a crunch, and then bringing it out, and then finding a crunch, and bringing it out. Last one, and out. Hand comes back onto your hip. Awesome. We're still in that side plank. Can you tap your hip onto the floor? And up. And tap. And up. And tap. And up. Good. Look down. Hands come to the floor. Take your flow or come into your downward facing dog. Are we okay? Okay. Thanks, guys. Can we do the same thing with the other side? When you're ready, left leg comes up. Bend your knee. Send it forward in between your hands. When you are ready, kick out from your right heel. Arms come back behind you. Your belly is off your thigh. When you're ready, lean forward. Find that warrior 3 position. Yes, looks good, you guys. And then when you are ready, let's come on up into that one-legged Tadasana. And then exhale, send it back. And come into your one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, send it back. Good, one more like that. I know, so wibbly wobbly. And then send it back. Hands come onto the floor. Pivot onto the outside part of your back foot, walking your other foot halfway down the mat. Good. So hand comes up. If you want to, you can stack your feet. You don't have to. If you want to, your left hand can come behind your head. Lifting that top foot, can you find a crunch? And then out. And then crunch. And out. And crunch. And out. Holding here. Maybe you tap your right hip onto the floor. And up. And down. Good. Yes. And up. And down. And up. Good. Look down. Hands find the floor. Take your flow or come in to your downward facing dog. Whew. Taking a child's pose here, or staying in your down dog for 5 breaths. It's up to you. That was our goal today. Slowing down your breath if it's coming quickly. Evening it out if it's uneven. 3 more breaths. Sigh it out if you need to. Last one. So when you're ready, come back into your downward facing dog. Only when you're ready. Pedaling out your feet if you need to. Doing whatever feels good for you. So we've been focused a lot on the core today. So let's kind of stretch it out a little bit. Can you bring your right leg up towards the sky? Bend your knee and open up your hip to the right. Your right shoulder comes down. It's only the hip that's opening. And then let's bring it back up towards the sky in a 3-legged dog. and bend that knee again. Point your toe, so point your right toe, look forward, and what I want you to do is I want your shoulders to kind of move back as your chest reaches forward, so stretching out the whole entire front part of your body. Do you guys see that? Yeah, good. Hold here. For 3, for 2. Right leg comes back up. Set it down. Same thing with the left side. Left leg comes up. Bend the knee and open up your hip to the left. Left shoulder comes down so it's square to the mat. Open it up a little bit higher if you want to. And then come back into your 3-legged dog. Bend your knee in half, pointing your toe. Shoulders reach back, look forward, chest comes forward, open up the whole entire front part of your chest. You got it, looking forward. Yes, good. Breathe. You got it, Bush. Okay. Sorry, Amanda. And then let's lift your left leg back up. Set it back down, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Whew, I know. Sorry, Haley. Okay. And then let's bend our knees. Look to our hands. And let's come forward into a seat. Whew. All right. Are we okay? Awesome. Let's come into our boat pose prep. So hands come behind your thighs. Shoulders open so your collarbones are nice and happy here. Lean back so you're on the fleshy part of your bum. Lift your legs. Open up. Hold here. On your exhale, come down halfway. Inhale it up. Come down halfway. Inhale it up. We're gonna stay halfway. Hands come behind your head. Right knee comes into your chest. And then left knee comes into your chest as you straighten your right leg. And then right knee comes in, left leg points out. And then the other side. First side, other side, first side, other side. One more on each side. Bend both knees. Hands come behind your legs. Come up into your boat. Yes, straighten your legs if you want to. Bring your feet down. Hands come behind you. Fingers will point in. Windshield wiper that out from side to side. And while we're here, let's plant our feet. Hands are still looking towards your bum. Shoulders come back. Press into your hands, press into your feet. Find your reverse tabletop position. And then exhale, can you shoot your bum back? Heels come up. Yeah, so your bum's up in the air. And then find your reverse table. And then shoot your bum back, toes come up. And then reverse table. And hold here. Breathe for 2. And 1, bum comes down. Shake it all out. Shake it all out. Good. So I don't know if anybody of you guys, or any of you guys know this, but Rex celebrated his 42nd yesterday. 42. Can we come down to 42? Try. Okay, so your legs can be straight or your knees can be bent. It's up to you. Reach forward. Let's try this. You can count with me. 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Open your shoulders. 23, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Pulsing if you're coming down too fast. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place one hand on your belly, one on your heart center. Close your eyes. Taking a few breaths here. Good. Taking all of the breaths that you need After your third breath, your hands can come down by your sides, palms face down. Good. Bend your knees. I love seeing kitty cats. Feet look into the floor. Walk your shoulder blades out so they're nice and flat against the mat. Good. Let's find our bridges. So when you're ready, press into your hands, press into your feet, lift your hips up towards the sky. Knees point forward. Good. We're in our bridge. If you want, you can walk your shoulder blades in and interlace your hands behind your back. Squeezing your shoulders, pressing into the mat. Finding that full frontal stretch here. Good. And breathing. 3. Beautiful. Squeeze your bum. Yeah, you got it for 2. And then release your hands if you have them. Coming down one spinal bone at a time. Once you're down, can you extend your legs up towards the sky, kick out from your heel. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. Head and shoulders come up off the earth. Lift your bum up. Send it down. Lift your bum. Send it down. Last one, lift it. Hold it. Hold it if you can for 3, 4, 2. Bum comes onto the ground. Shoulders, head, hands, feet can do whatever they want to do to let go of that. And then your feet come onto the ground. What I want you to do is I want you to swing your hips all the way to the left edge of your mat. So your hips are at the left edge of your mat. I want you to lift your right leg up, cross your right knee over top of your left knee, arms come out into a T or into a cactus. From here, can you bring your knees as far to the right as you can? Trying to keep that left shoulder onto the floor. We're gonna stay here for a lot of breaths. Just trying to get that twist going in your whole entire core area, not just your front core, your whole entire back core. Breathing into it. So we're taking this time to not use our brains, to just use your breath to maybe come over to your right as much as you can. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can come into any spinal twist you want to. Good. So inhale and exhale. Maybe your knees come over to the right just a teensy bit more. Nice, Penny. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more like that. Inhale. And then bring your knees back up to center. Your foot comes back to center. Uncross your legs and swing your hips as far to the left as you can. And then let's bring your left knee over top of your right as you bring your knees over to the other side. Your gaze can look to the opposite side. Taking time here to let that posture marinate. Three more breaths. Bring your knee down over to the side just a little bit more with every exhale. For 2. Inhale, your gaze comes back up to center. Your foot, uncross your legs And let's windshield wiper it from side to side, or do whatever else feels really good for you at this point. But when you're ready, I just want you to bring your knees in together to touch and come into a supine butterfly pose just to end our practice. This being the last posture before your Shavasana. So if there's anything else that you want to do before you find your Shavasana, whenever you're ready, you can place your hands outside of your thighs, bring your knees back up together to touch, and take whatever final postures you want to take before your final Shavasana. Yeah, so your socks can come on. You can figure out what it is that you want in your final Shavasana. What shape do you want to get into? And once you find that shape, so it doesn't have to be now, but once you find that shape, start to relax your body, starting with your toes this time. Relaxing your heels, opening up your ankles, your feet as much as you need to. Moving up your legs, finding that nice comfortable opening of your knees, your thighs, your pelvis. Feel your bum sinking into the mat. Relaxing your belly. We worked so hard on that area today in your low back. Relaxing your ribs, in your mid back, your chest, your collarbones, and your upper back. All the way down to your fingertips, which relax. Feeling the tops of your arms melting into the mat as you relax your neck, your jaw, relaxing the biting surfaces of your teeth. Your tongue falls away from the roof of your mouth. Hollowing out your cheeks. Relaxing your eyes and your third eye. Relaxing the top of your head and the crown of your head. And feeling the back of your head just melting deep, deep, deep into the mat. Shavasana. And when you're ready, slowly beginning to deepen your breath. Waking your body up from the inside. When you are ready to wake your body up from the outside, start with your toes and your fingers, your wrists, your ankles, and any other part of your body that feels like it needs to wiggle. When you're ready for your big movement, your arms can come up and overhead, your knees can come into your chest, doing whatever feels good, right, organic for you. Either rolling up into a seat or rolling onto one side in the fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed or heavy, looking down into the mat if you can. Intention, if you set one in the beginning of your practice today. Repeating it back to yourself in your head 3 times. Awesome. Holding it close to your heart by bringing one palm onto your heart center and then the other one. Flipping your palms when you're ready. Tilting your chin. Thanking yourself for coming to practice today. Tilting your chin even more. Thanking your body for all of the hard work. It was a really hard one today. And thanking your fellow yogis for sharing your practice. I thank you guys so much for letting me into your homes. Welcome into mine. Namaste.